Hello, I'm Savik Brock, and I'm joined by.
Omid Asle.
Nice to meet you, Omid.
Nice to meet you.
So, Mr. Omid, what does the story have to say about the nature of children and the nature of human beings in general to you?
I think it shows how they're easily entertained by violence, and they can be easily distracted from anything by violence. This is like shown when the guy comes up and starts talking about how he killed his sister, and the kid's instantly interested
That's very
and
true.
starts playing along with it.
Very true.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
I mean, I feel like humans in general are just very creative. Just, very creative mindset, and especially children with a lot of thoughts and ideas all the time. I feel like when the man came up to him, I feel like children are also very gullible as well. So when Johnny was sitting there and the man came up and told him about the story of the witches, he was very in tune with what he's saying and was persuaded that he was actually a witch.
Yes.
Which is, I mean, it's a lot of children are very gullible in telling them that mythical creatures, like the monster under your bed, and yeah. So,
Nice.
could you relate any stories to the story that we read here as children violence that is unseen but is very popular?
I think a good example of something that promotes violence in kids is video games. A good example of this would be Fortnite, you know?
Yes.
So the whole point of the game is to kill as many people as you can.
Yes.
And this is like, you're rewarding kids from killing and using guns. So that's one of the worst examples of child violence, you know?
Yeah, I agree 100%.
How about you? You have any examples?
I have a good example. What is it called? The story I read, it's called The Dragon's Roar, and it took me by surprise, honestly. Blew my socks off because it was such a realistic book that was created by. The main idea of the book was about real life and real ways of the trauma. I'll give you a quick summary here.
Very interesting.
Papa tells Arissa. Papa loves Arissa. My bad. Papa loves Arissa. But sometimes it's hard to tell. It seems to Arissa Bear that Papa Bear is angry all the time, especially after he has a lot of Jackberry wine. If Papa's not yelling at Mama about the weeds in their garden, he's roaring at Rissa for being clumsy at his chores. See, this shows alcoholism and how drunk fathers treat their wives and children. And I feel like this would be a very good book for an older audience, but for children who don't even understand what Jackberry wine is and the effects of what it does to their parents, I feel like they shouldn't know that until they're more mature and can take on what it actually means.
Yes.
So do you have any other examples of this?
So I think a good example would be Batman, you know? Batman's a figure that all children aspire to be. Like, everyone wants to be Batman. He's really cool for little kids. But if you've watched like the Batman movie, all he does is kill. From the beginning to the end. He just kills people, and that's the whole point of the story. So, like, when just little kids aspiring to be him, like, that's just not right, you know? I think there should be like an age limit, you know? Like, kids should not be watching this kind of stuff.
So touching back to your Fortnite, do you think that Fortnite should have an age limit to it, or do you think that children of all ages should still be allowed?
I think for sure it should have an age limit. Like, it's just not right having kids watching this stuff and being promoted, you know?
Promoting gun violence.
Promoting
and
gun violence.
All that.
and-
I understand that. And Batman, I'm pretty sure you think that you should have an age limit on that too, I'm guessing?
For sure, it should be only like for adults or teenagers, you know?
I
Because
see.
kids just don't understand like all the killing that goes into it.
Yes, I understand completely. That's
Yeah.
what I think about the Dragon's Roar as well. I mean, like I said it before, but I think that they should have an age limit for when people are more mature and understand about the book and
I
like the
agree.
the
Yeah.
actual meaning behind it. So yeah, I mean, it was great conversating with you, Mr. Omid.
You too, man.
Hope to see you soon on the show.
See you soon.
Yeah, and goodbye, guys. We're gone.